forgive the appearance. Just got off of work and I tried eating a pizza and I puked a lot. So I'm gonna give you my thoughts on dating OnlyFans and SCX workers. To begin with, SCX work, adult entertainment, OnlyFans. I have always just seen it as what it truly is, a WHORE work. Might be work still, but some of the scummy work in society. So I'm gonna give you 3 examples and my thoughts on it. So I got this friend. I guess we're not really friends. We're more like associates because I don't believe that men and women can be friends. But she tries to look after me because I was in a situation not too long ago, and she wasted 3 years of her life in that situation. I was in it for about 10 months. She was in it for about 3 years, and she's still facing the repercussions of it. And she is a lot younger than me. Like 10 years like 11 years her elder. So a lot of the shit she does and the way she acts reminds me of me when I was her age. So I try to look after her too and tell her, hey, you need to stop this. It's gonna catch up to you. You're gonna get in trouble. A bunch of bullshit like that. We go back and forth. So we're kind of like almost like let's say a mutual team. So anyway, she does OnlyFans on the side. She's got a lot of simps, that give her money. She's from Latin America. As I have mentioned before, I have nothing in common with, like Latino culture. A lot of it I think is simp culture, honestly. And when they come to the West, it's like a clash of beliefs and upbringings. But she was telling me about this guy she was dating. She wanted my opinion on him. He was about my age, and he was a dad as well. And he was okay with her doing OnlyFans and all that. And she was telling me, I think I really like this guy and blah, blah, blah. A while back, though, before this conversation was brought up, I asked her, hey, do you ever intend on getting married or wanting to, be a mother? Do you want that sometime? She said, yeah. I said, okay. So when we had that conversation again, I told her, the more that you entertain this type of lifestyle, the more that gets away from you if you really truly want that. She said, I know. But anyways, she started dating this guy. She really liked him. He'd help cover, he's a simp, help cover her bills. He was okay with her doing OnlyFans. He was okay with it only until this happened. Once his stepdad, his uncles, his friends, and his co-workers and his boss had subscribed to his chick's OnlyFans, they had seen her naked, they had seen her videos, and they were talking about it at work, exchanging pictures and all that. Nothing he can do about it. Then it became a problem. So a lot of times when you're young, this should happen to you when you're young, not when you're in your fucking mid-20s and above or 30s. Definitely not in your fucking 40s. You might think that dating a chick like that is pretty cool, and you might think, oh yeah, it's pretty hot, she's really hot. A lot of people want her, and I'm lucky enough to be with her. That's what you might be thinking. But eventually reality sits in, and when reality sits in, it's a very rude awakening and a very disgusting feeling. I've been around these type of women for a long time now because I had to work alongside them. In my security gigs, working in clubs and bars, and I've seen a lot of disgusting shit. But I got to see it early on. And, I would even think oh yeah, I'm hanging out with her, or I hooked up with her. It's pretty cool, but it's actually pretty disgusting, when you really think about it. And, dude, I look like shit right now. Yeah, sorry about that. But anyways, so here's another story. So anyways, I told her that they ended up breaking up, and reality kicked in. This guy's a dad, you're a fucking millennial. We know better. Why are you even entertaining this? this whole dating SCX workers, that's a Gen Z thing. You know, you shouldn't be fucking entertaining that if you're like millennial or older. Especially if you're a dad and you're raising children, like young children. What kind of example are you setting for them? But anyways, reality kicked in. The guy ended up breaking it off of her. She's devastated. I told her, y'all gotta like, you know, come with something. It's either gonna be this lifestyle you want or like a healthy relationship. You can't have both. Anyways, here's another story. So I used to do security for, you know, like all sorts of services for private parties, private clients, you know, weddings, events, bars, clubs, all sorts of things. So there was a couple times where I'd do like, you know, like security for private parties, and there was like old guys with money. And they would hire me and a couple other guys. And they'd hire entertainers, and like we'd just make sure nobody trashed the house, nobody got rowdy, just kept everybody safe and all that. And there was this chick that worked there. She was a little older than me. I was probably like 21 at the time, 20 or 21 at the time, and she was like 27, 28. She was pretty cool, almost like an older sister to me. But she was dating this younger dude. He was probably like 25, and he thought it was the coolest thing to be dating an sex worker and a dancer. And anyways, he came to work with her to the private party one day. He was just gonna go hang out, and she was gonna, you know, do her thing, which she was hired for. So she goes into the back room with these guys, and like the boyfriend's just hanging out in the living room with the other guests and just with me, and like he can hear his girlfriend, you know, like getting her back blown out, getting all sorts of shit done, and he starts, I guess as the youth like to call it now, crashing out, or I'd call it freaking out. Reality had set in. This isn't cool at all. This is disgusting, and you're, you know, allowing yourself to be part of this. And reality set in. The guy started freaking out. We ended up having to throw him out, which really hurt my heart because he started crying. He started flipping out, and he waited outside for her for 4 hours. Only when she was done messing around with these older men, making her money, then she went home with him. She went home with him, and she kept doing this thing, and I don't know whatever happened to them, but it was sad and it was disgusting, and she would try to justify it saying that she was just trying to get ahead in life. No, a woman that partake in this type of lifestyle, they like that lifestyle. It ain't that they're trying to get ahead. Nobody's forcing them to do that. They're exploiting simps, and they're taking advantage of whatever beauty and like low morals that they might have, and, you know, trashing morale and all that. Another situation was I was working in a club, a couple of my friends I had at the time, and there was this one chick that was a dancer in there, and like she was kind of I guess would be kind of like associates, because again, men and women can't be friends. So anyways, I don't understand what's going on, but I get called over to a corner where she was. I guess some guy came in at her and a client, and he started trying to fight the client. The guy turned out to be her boyfriend, and what had happened, we threw the guy out. The guy was crying outside, saying he walked in on his girlfriend giving the other dude neck. We felt bad for the boyfriend, so we got the other guy to come out, and we set up a fight between the two of them. You know, I said, hey, you know, you can get your dignity and self-respect back, kick the guy's ass, break it off with your girlfriend. The boyfriend ends up getting his ass kicked by the John. Well, it was pretty one-sided. The John just kicked his ass, and like the boyfriend just sat down and cried. It really hurt our hearts, and like it really, you know, we felt bad for the guy. We couldn't really do nothing, and his girlfriend just walked back inside the club with the John. So my thoughts on if you're dating you know, SCX worker, OnlyFans model and all that, you're dating the community pocket peace sleeve. You're sharing the community pocket peace sleeve. That's all you're doing. You are disgusting, and you don't value nor respect yourself, and you're young and naive. Don't reproduce and have children if you are one of these type of men, and this is the lifestyle you want to live. And if you see things that are okay with this, it's not something you want to be a part of, and eventually reality kicks in for both of you, the man and the woman. So yeah, that's sort of my thoughts on it and my views.